Excuse me. Hello, welcome. Hey, welcome all of you. Like I was saying last night that I'm gonna be back on here cooking chow mein, and I am. So I got a head start today. I went ahead and welcome all of you. Oh, let me get my apron on. Welcome. Hey, I'm making something delicious today. Sorry, the allergy is a little bit crazy today. I slept with the fan on, so the fan helps circulate the dust in the room, and I'm allergic to dust. Not only food allergy, environmental allergy also, and just for the note, I'm allergic to ash tree, mulberries, grass, weed, pollen, oak, dust. And born in Cambodia, I don't know how I got all of that. I didn't know any of that until I came to America and I started getting sick, feeling sick, and got myself evaluated. And that's what I was told. So, oh, look how pretty. Pretty flowers, huh? Okay, so what I went ahead and doing today is I went ahead and got all the vegetable done, because there's a little bit of everything here does take times and preparations. I already sauteed tofu. This is hot tofu, so sorry. If you're vegetarian or vegan or even pescatarian, and tofus are production of you call it soy, so it's supposed to be very healthy. And I love tofu. You know, it's natural. I hope so. So anything that's gone through processing, it have to go through certain mechanism and thing in the nature of food production, right? So my house is a little bit messy, but let's cook. Okay, so what I did ahead was that I already prepared the chicken meat, you know. So the chicken meat has already been cooked really well. Let me sample it. It's been had soy sauce, had oyster sauce in it. Got vegetable done. The vegetable for my tofu today, not tofu, my bad. My chow mein today is comprised of sweet peppers, or you can use bell pepper, okay? Any kind of vegetable is fine with you, but traditionally it's supposed to be broccoli. Sorry, not broccoli. Cabbage. I do carrot today because I just love the textures and the color. And then celery and bean sprout, but because bean sprout is, for some reason I couldn't get bean sprout, so I'm gonna go ahead and utilize the vegetable I have in the fridge today because I need to get rid of it. It's gotten old. Thank you for the heart, appreciate that. And see who here. Nawi, of my own. How's the kid? Yeah, cooking as usual. I have until 1:30, about 50 minutes to do so. But I went ahead and got all the ingredients ready, the fresh ingredients I have with me today. These cabbage, okay? I have I have purple cabbage also, but purple cabbage will bleed when you cook, okay? But if you cook something with like, you need like extra color, then purple or red cabbage will be fine. But carrot doesn't bleed as well, okay? I mean, it doesn't bleed as bad as red cabbage. Yeah. And then the tofu is done, and I got all these vegetables ready. These sweet peppers here, it had red and orange coordinate with the carrots color, so we have a lot of beta carotene color today. Be good for your eye, be good for your heart, be good for your membranes, be good for everything if you eat a whole lot of vegetable. So we're gonna cook this. I'm not gonna cook this completely thoroughly or even well done, because I like my vegetable to remain its textures, to have it that beautiful, not crunchy. Perhaps crunchy is fine, okay? So we're gonna cook in a way that it does not cook the vegetable so badly that you can't recognize it's vegetable. You still want to have that great maintain of vegetable texture that we need. I also went ahead and got my my noodles. These are the noodles that we can use for our chow mein, okay, called Chay Mi, and Chay Mi in China. I'm sorry, in Chinese, okay. So these noodles here came in different sizes. So this is about medium size, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and roast this a little bit, because the reason I do that is to prevent it from breaking when I cook it. So if I cook this in ahead of time, to roast it, to give it that like a burn sensations, the result of flambe, because I'm not doing no flambe, nothing in the kitchen here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start warming up our noodles, okay? Because it's been in the fridge for days. I'm gonna go ahead and roast this for a few minutes before I add the ingredients. So I have the garlic already in here. Okay, when I cook the meat, I already I already roasted the garlic, add the meat, and that's all we're gonna do today. You're welcome to use pork meat, chicken, you can do beef, you can do calamaris, you can do seafood, but I never seen anybody do in fish yet. Okay, if you're gonna do fish, then you have to cook it separately, because if you mix it in the stir fry, the fish is gonna come apart. So you're gonna add fish, then make sure that you cook fish ahead of time, like I do here with the tofu. Okay, set it aside. Once the meat, when the noodles is done, then you can add it on the top or on the side dish. So you can do that also, because fish are so breakable. Okay, unless you have deep fried cornbread, laddered or laddered fish or fish chip, and that does not break easily. But a lot of fish are breakable, so I would recommend that you cook fish separately, and once the noodle is done, then add that as side dish or on the top of the noodles. That will work perfect. Okay. And the shrimp, I don't have shrimp with me today, but I substitute it with tofu, okay, and the chicken, and everything is done. The vegetables are chopping, all chopped, and the tofu has already been sauteed, so it's just ready to go. Let me get my noodles to warm up, to roast it, because if you see, sometimes when you go to Chinese restaurant, you order a plate of chow mein, and you notice that there's a little burnt sensations. So the process of roasting it to allow the noodle to get burnt a little bit, traditionally, but people who don't care, they want to cook noodles, then they go ahead and just throw the whole bag in there, and there's no repercussion to anything. It's just a fun way to make food looking pretty and taste and incredibly different. Okay? And in some of the recipe, I saw that the Chinese chef, because here I think it's the chow meins are widely known to serve in the Chinese community or Chinese restaurant, though there's some of this food being served in Vietnamese restaurant. other Asian restaurants, such as Korean restaurant also. So it's very diverse now, okay? It's not just Chinese food. Everybody loves chow mein. So everybody would want to have a piece of the recipe, piece of history. And so am I. I'm Cambodian, so it's not Cambodian food. This kind of noodle we don't even have in Cambodia to begin with, okay? But because we do endorse each other cultures, we appreciate each other's food, whatever that we like, whatever we see being prepared that the family love, the family like, we adopt it. We appreciate it. That's one of the way to show food appreciation for different cultures is that I'm able to produce the recipe. So these may not be part of the ingredients that are being using in the this noodle here, okay, but I'm creating my own recipe, my own way of cooking, and my own way of vegetables I'm adding to it. So chow mein is one of those simple because the noodles are yellow, so it's in the packets in Chinese writing, okay, or Cantonese writing. I can't tell because I'm not Chinese, but it say that this company exists since 1984. Pancit, so they call it pancit. And so pancit normally are the clear noodles that the Filipino community cook the clear noodles, but this is called pancit. But I call it. You want to call it? Chow mein. So I can see now a streak of my noodles are being roasted. Okay, let me see. I'm doing high heat. I'm trying to get it to my noodle to roast it, but so far it's been it's not coming out yet. If I have torch, I can do the torch on the top of this pan would be great. But well, let me sit it for a minute to allow the bottom of the pan to soak the heat and do the transformation. And so today will be delicious chow mein because I'm gonna add more vegetables than the noodles, and then very minimal of piece of meat. Now, if you love meat, love chicken, pork, beef, go ahead. But today, they already have the carb. It's just not complex carb. This is just regular carb. And the noodles already have some eggs in it, and I think this the noodles here, if it's not derived from egg yolk, it's probably just coloring to make it yellow color. Despite all of that, chow mein are very popular, and Americans get accustomed to, and the world get accustomed to. Even Cambodian folk get accustomed to now. When I went to Cambodia, chef was able to not new, you know. I don't live in Cambodia. I visit in Cambodia, but I begin to observe things that never that wasn't there when I left it in 1974. Where a lot of food are not being shared and a lot of cultures are not being crossed over, but we were heavily influenced by the Vietnamese cuisine. There's a lot of our food that adopted from Vietnam, from Laos, from Thailand especially. We share a common recipe, so we will see that why I'm able to cook these foods so quickly without have to remember anything, because it's been in the culture, it's been in the family, it's been serving for however time that I can remember. Okay? So that's why it's so easy to cook. And there's time that I have to look at recipe if I were to cook and make someone else's food or follow someone else's recipe. Other than that, everything I cook here, I I create the recipe myself. Okay, so I'm up here to cooking Chinese food. I don't have to go borrow any recipe. I just know what's in there. So I comprise it. I may not have exact ingredients, but it's replica that make food even delicious and unique, because then I create my own recipe, my own flavor, my own textures, and my own way of cooking it. Okay, it's not modification. It's just the version that I'm accustomed to serving my family. Okay, so I go ahead and did that. There's no flavor. And I'm gonna cook one bag for now. I have 3 bags because I'm gonna be feeding the rest of family members, and I also had a whole bunch of vegetable here. I'm sorry. All right. Now that I have all this, let me remove my noodles. I didn't get the textures I need, the burn and the roasted textures, but it does harden up a little bit. Not hard enough. It does have what you call it? It warm up the noodles and it create the elasticity where it's not breaking easy. Okay. I want to have that burn sensation, but I had a very small burn here. It's not even visible, but it's there. All right. I think I have enough fun of my noodles. Let me set it aside, okay? The good thing about this dish is that we don't need eggs, because egg is already in the noodles, and this is the chow mein that we don't need to use eggs for the combinations of the rest other ingredients, because all we have here is sufficient. So I have carrot, I have tofu, the sweet peppers, the cabbage, the celeries, and I have onions here, and then green onions also. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add our meat and vegetables. So I'm gonna do, because I have 3 bags of the. I don't like all that splashing. And let me go ahead and add the carrot, because the carrot, it's part of vegetable. My tofu. So I'm going to add about, I don't know, a handful of vegetables. I want to say about a cup, okay, though it might be too much. I do more celery. I love the carrots and the tofu. I do the celery now. Here's my celery. Oh, over here. Looking magnificently beautiful. It smells awesome. Of the roasted garlic in the kitchen, in the chicken. So here's when I'm going to add our ingredients. I'm going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of black peppers. If you love black peppers, go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna do about half tablespoon of sorry, I don't know where it's all measured teaspoon go. I'm gonna do about half tablespoon of chicken bouillon, because the meat is already marinated with oyster sauce, but I wanted to get our vegetable infused with the oyster sauce also, so I'm going to use 1 cup. I'm sorry, 1 tablespoon, not cup, please. Just to get our vegetables sauteed in this beautiful ingredient here. So I'm putting my peppers in. I know, right? I wish I can flip it, but 'cause I don't want the risk of hurting my own wrist, because this is getting heavy. Okay, I'm gonna add noodles already, and I'm gonna add cabbage later, and then the onions, because those two are easy to cook. I know in the professional chef they flip it, but I have about 3 serving here. Okay, normally if you cook 1 serving or family size is a different capacity, so it's hard to flip when it's heavy. So I'm not worried about that, all that fancy shit. It's something that is light and flippable, I flip, but this I'm not risk hurting my wrist. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a handful of cabbage. A handful. When I say a handful, this is about half a cup each, okay? Because the way I cook my chow mein is that I love the extra vegetables in the chow mein. Because I think it tastes better when you have extra vegetables. If you want to do eggs on chow mein, you could. You can do sunny side up and add it onto the side dish. Okay? But I have not seen chow mein that cooked with noodle yet. But if there is, then I must have not seen it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All these color vegetables that come together. Let me put some chicken sauce here, this chicken liquid on here, to allow the noodles to combine a little bit better in the flavor. Sorry, missing. I love the way the vegetables is setting. It's between it's semi done. It's not done. It's not raw, but it's bland. That's kind of texture of vegetable that I like in the chow mein, because when you eat your chow mein noodles, you can taste the flavors of the vegetables. There you go. Wow. Let me sample. And in some of the Chinese cuisine, they cook this with pink pork. So in other words, they have to brines and marinate their pork with the red solutions or red powders, and they will cook the meat ahead of time, slide it, and add it onto the chow mein if you like pink pork over chow mein. I'm gonna add my green onions. Sorry. This tastes amazing. It's done. Yeah. Here we go. So one bag of chow mein here, it probably served, it had about 3 servings, okay? So these are just the noodles itself. It's about 3 servings. So here you can serve members of three family members. If you're big eaters, maybe, well, still, if you're big eaters, oh, hold on, let me get another serving plate because it's too small. Okay, let's go with a bigger bowl, okay? Because if we add vegetable in there, it'll be too full. So this is Chinese serving bowl, serving plate. Where you put your stir fry, your steamed fish, steamed bun, fried noodles, fried rice. So here we go. All these beautiful vegetables and meat going on here. We have chicken, we have tofu, carrots, celery, sweet peppers, onions, cabbage, carrots. Okay. Here we go. There's a little bit of burnt sensation on the vegetable. Worked perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna blend it here so that we how about that? You like? You want to try at home? What I'll tell you what, I'll leave full recipe on my YouTube channel. So you have to jump over to YouTube channel to grab the recipe and the rest of cooking demonstration. But actually, I didn't have the full cooking demonstration. What I did ahead of time is that I prepared the meat and vegetable ahead of time. Okay, so here we go. Is that beautiful? Easy, cheesy chow mein. If you like peppers, go ahead and pour it in. If you have chili paste, go ahead and add it in. Okay, I'm gonna spray on some black pepper. I had some in the meat already. I have quarter of teaspoon on the meat. So delicious and simple chow mein. Okay, the only tricky way, there's no tricky way in making chow mein, right? Because the time that need to spend on was to saute or cook the tofu. I have hard tofu, so I cut it up in these small pieces, okay, and use very little oil just to lather the bottom of the pan. Don't deep fry it, because deep fry is a long process. It take a long time to cook tofu. If you saute the tofu in a minimal oil, very little, like probably about a tablespoon of oil to cook one container, like the little square box like that. So chop it up in bite size, and it does look like meat, and you can trick the kid to eat this, and when they take a bite, what is that? Okay, so I'll introduce different kind of food, meat options or meat substitutions. You know, I mean, if you eat enough of this, it'll give enough nutrient for the body you need. I'm going to do the next one, just a tofu, okay? Probably one big serving, because somebody that I know don't want chicken. So I'm just going to cook tofu and vegetable only, okay? Right, so here we go, our first batch of chicken tofu chow mein. Okay? Looks good, it tastes awesome, and it's delicious. Oh, let me go ahead and cook the noodles first, because that take a little bit of time to do that. I'm gonna use the same pan, because this non-stick pan, everything just came right off. I'm gonna cook the whole serving, and then when the grandkids come home, they can have it also. Okay, and the chicken is already done. I just add the chicken on the top of it if needed. Okay, so here we go, my my tofu chicken chow mein. Okay, easy cheesy, one of the easier recipe. So I would recommend that you get into your kitchen and do this. The chow mein, so there's a bigger noodles and smaller noodles, so they have different sizes, like fine strand of noodles also. So just remember, this one bag here can serve about three serving here. So as you see that with the vegetable, the beef, and everything in combined, it's you got enough to feed about 3 adults and leftover. If you're a small eater that I am, it'll be about 5 servings. Okay, here we go. Then you put it away so that I can finish cooking the tofu version only. Look perfect. Look at that. So I'm roasting my my noodles here, okay, that allow the noodles to stretch, allow the flour to contact with the heat. Once the flour is contact with the heat, expand the flour, expand the gluten, expand, and it prevents it from breaking. Same thing for rice noodles. You just prepare ahead. I'm gonna put this away. I think I have enough to serve the family, so I will have to do this another time. Next time I will get the fine noodle strand, and we can make crunchy noodles. Okay, crunchy noodles is different. Need deep fried noodles, and we serve the same basic vegetable. We have to cook the vegetables separately and fry the noodle, deep fry the noodles until it's crispy. And once it's crispy, and set aside on one side of the dish, and then the meat and vegetables on the other side of the dish. If you put it on the top of it, the noodle will get softened. Or you want your noodles to get softened and served right away, then you can place that on the top of the noodle. But you have to eat right away though, otherwise the noodle will get softened. So all that crunchy making is senseless. So that's what we're gonna do next time. May not be this week, okay? But that's something that I'm planning on doing, to share those recipes with you. Because there are so many magical ways and ingredients and recipes for different kind of noodles. This is egg noodles. Okay? And there's rice noodles. And there was cellophane noodles, the glass noodles, and there was different kind of noodles, whole grain noodles, refined grain noodles, tapioca noodles. I think it was the glass noodles made out of tapioca, or even bean or soy. Notice that I didn't add any oils onto these noodles, okay? Because we're roasting it, we don't want to add any more oil because noodles can absorb oil. You could too, but then I don't want to over fattening my noodles, okay? And that's the reason that I'm roasting it, so that way the noodle will already been processed and it does not grab oil as much. And I'm just very minimal oil. In fact, when I cooked earlier, I don't remember putting the oil on. Maybe I did not. I think I do about 2 tablespoons. But I did 2 tablespoons. I'm sorry about that. I confused myself. See? To 8 minutes we're doing that. Okay, so for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and remove my noodles. And I'm going to go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil. This is teaspoon, actually. I was looking for it. So I'll do 2 tablespoons. I'm going to look for my tofu. It's over here. I'm gonna do the carrots with the tofu. I'm going to go ahead and add a flavor to it. 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Nope, I think too much. I do have. One teaspoon of chicken bouillon. I'm gonna add some sweet pepper and celery. Black pepper. I'm gonna do about half of a quarter teaspoon. So these are the tofu. Would have been shrimp, it'd be nice, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and add our onion and cabbage. So this is a good amount of oil. It's not saturated. No, it's just perfect amount of oil serving allowance for the edible. Because I'm cooking with olive oil, cooking oil, so even I saturate it a little bit, it still be perfect because we do need those saturated, I'm not saturated, omega-3 oil from that derive from olive, fish, and other kind of seed oils. This this become handy. Do you know that? Well, last night I came on here just to have conversation because, like I said, I don't really have time to scroll down and converse with all of you. But I just want to say that welcome all of you. I'm making basic chow mein today. Okay, I made one with chicken and tofu, and this one right here had just tofu and the rest of vegetables. It's so pretty because it had so many textures and flavors and color from the vegetables. See, the noodle didn't break, and that's because we did the pre-cook and allow the noodles to stay elastic. I do is that I will add a little bit of juice on this one, liquid. Because the last one we have juice from the chicken, so I'm add another 1 teaspoon of chicken bouillon. And 1 teaspoon of sugar. It's delicious. Actually, it's done. Putting my scallions. There we go. A tofu chow mein. Fit for vegan, vegetarian. Basic chow mein. I got a vegetable. Tofu. It's so good. It's so flavorful. It's overloaded. I think I need a bigger plate, huh? No crying necessary. Oops. My apology. Tofu chow mein, guys. Very basic. If you're vegan or vegetarian, this will be the food for you. Okay. Smells awesome. It tastes incredibly delicious. Right, so, oh look, it's a little roasted on my peppers. That looks good. Oh, nice. Okay, and here we go. We have two kinds of noodles today. Two flavor. This one is chicken and tofu. This one is tofu by itself. Okay, so right. So here we go. We accomplished our cooking today. Simple, easy, very, very quick. Okay? So cook your tofu ahead, put them in the pot, stir, you're done. Okay? Here we go. This is chicken tofu chow mein. This is a vegetarian chow mein, just tofu and vegetables, and it was incredible. All right, I'm closing out because I needed to go somewhere and get somewhere, but I appreciate you tuning in. Please subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate all the support. I believe the basic ingredient that we make, the food that we make today on my YouTube channel, on the descriptions. So make sure you tune in and grab this delicious, easy recipe. Okay? If you like noodles, sorry. If you like noodles, if you like chow mein, this is perfect, easy recipe for you guys. Okay? Feed your family, feed your loved one, feed yourself. Okay? Appreciate all of you. Love and respect. I'll see you another time.